Folks, First Majestic has seen another quarter of sequential growth. The primary silver producer just reported their third quarter financial results. And well, in terms of production, it is steady as she goes, while the company continues to see a positive impact from the rising price of silver. The quarter was marked by improved production, a significant increase in cash flow despite growing silver bullion inventory, and a major transaction that is set to dramatically change the production profile of the company. Folks, we're talking First Majestic. We're talking Q3 earnings. It is Q3 earnings season. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's get into the high level. 2024 just keeps getting better for First Majestic, with the company reporting their best top-line revenue figure yet this year in the third quarter, posting revenues of $146 million, which is a 7% improvement over the $136 million figure recorded in the second quarter. The figure also represented a 10% improvement on a year-over-year basis, with the growth attributed to a higher average realized silver price. Cash flow from operations improved even more dramatically than top-line revenues, increasing from $23.8 million to $39.8 on a quarter-over-quarter basis, a 67% improvement. Free cash flow during the quarter also saw dramatic improvement, climbing from $6.4 million to over $31 million. Earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, which is more commonly referred to as EBITDA, came in at $36.9 million in the third quarter, a 71% improvement over the $21.6 million figure reported in Q2. Adjusted EBITDA, meanwhile, grew from $26.8 million to $39.8 million, a 49% improvement. Cash and cash equivalents as of September 30th sat at $154.7 million, not including the $103.9 million in restricted cash, a modest 2% improvement sequentially, while working capital improved 4% to $238.2 million. The quarter also saw silver bullion inventories rise, climbing 8% to just under 770,000 ounces. The third quarter also saw First Majestic continue with their dividend strategy, declaring a cash dividend of 0.48 cents per common share for shareholders of record as of November 15th. Okay, so let's get into some of the nitty-gritty, the production data. Q3 represented the strongest quarter in terms of production for First Majestic yet this year. A total of 5.5 million silver equivalent ounces were produced in the third quarter, a 4% sequential improvement from the 5.3 million produced in Q2. Broken out, silver ounces produced in the third quarter came in at 2 million, while gold ounces produced came in at just under 42,000 ounces. Cash cost per equivalent ounce, meanwhile, declined, dropping from $15.29 to $15.17. All-in sustaining cost per equivalent ounce also improved, dropping 3% from $21.64 to $21.03 sequentially. Lower costing was partially attributed to a weakening Mexican peso, along with continued strong performance and an increase in gold production at both Santa Elena and San Dimas. And while these costs were declining, the average realized silver price was improving, climbing 7% quarter over quarter, going from $27.81 to $29.84 an ounce. And with these improved economics, mine operating earnings improved 84% in the third quarter, rising from $15.5 million to $28.5 million. 67% of this improvement was attributed to the Santa Elena mine complex. With all that being said, the production and costing improvements seen in the third quarter were trumped by a major development: the nearly $1 billion acquisition of U.S.A. Silver, a Mexican-based silver producer. The acquisition, announced in early September, will see First Majestic acquire U.S.A. in an all-stock transaction that values the producer at $970 million. U.S.A. shareholders under the terms of the deal are set to receive 2.55 shares of First Majestic for each share of U.S.A. they hold. The arrangement is set to consolidate 3 world-class silver-producing districts in Mexico under the First Majestic banner, bringing together First Majestic's San Dimas and Santa Elena operations with U.S.A.'s Cerros Los Gatos mine. With current expected 2024 production of up to 9 million ounces of attributable silver equivalent, the acquisition is expected to boost First Majestic's annual production run rate to between 30 and 32 million silver equivalent ounces, with approximately 51% of that figure coming from silver. U.S.A. also comes with 103,000 hectares of unencumbered land, bringing First Majestic's total land holdings to about 350,000 hectares of highly prospective claims with a history of exploration success and, more importantly, economic discoveries. Financially, the purchase is expected to bolster free cash flow generation, adding about $70 million a year of annual free cash flow to First Majestic. Meaningful synergies are also expected to be realized in the form of corporate cost savings, supply chain efficiencies, and cross-pollination of expertise. The acquisition is currently slated to close in early 2025, subject to shareholder and regulatory approvals. Okay, so let's wrap it up. The third quarter of 2024 was another strong quarter for First Majestic. The company throughout the quarter demonstrated good cost control while managing to improve the production profile on a sequential basis. Yes, First Majestic benefited from a rising silver price environment, but think of that as the gravy on top, given the fact that the company was able to lower their cash cost on a per ounce basis. And if the price of silver continues to rise, which I know it's taking a little bit of a breather here, but it's been a spectacular 2024. But if it does continue to rise, then things are going to get even better for First Majestic, especially once their production levels are bolstered further by the addition of Gatos. Guys, you know how I feel about First Majestic. I think Keith is a legend when it comes to getting the silver story out there. And I also love the fact that the company has over 80,000 shareholders. This is such an important piece of the puzzle when you are in a silver bull market. That's 80,000 shareholders that are out there telling the story, acting as soldiers for the company, which creates liquidity in the stock, which makes it so that interesting acquisitions like the Gatos one can be done for all stock, which I don't think Gatos would have done that transaction with very many companies in the world other than First Majestic. And that's because the stock, if you look at how it trades in the US, does so much liquidity. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this interview, please smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Guys, also let us know what you think in the comment section. Also, we are in the middle of Q3 earnings seasons. If there is any company you want us to cover, please let us know in the comment section. Thank you, everybody.